We know that fermented foods support digestion, but look closely at the bacteria inside standard grocery store yogurt next to a drop of kefir. You see a massive gap in activity. Look at this chart comparing live strain counts. Kefir holds up to triple the live bacteria of standard yogurt. Those sweet fruit on the bottom cups sitting in your fridge simply lack the biological density required for deep gut repair. Yet, even though we recognize the need for these bacteria, most of us bypass the kefir. We spend billions of dollars every year on isolated probiotic capsules instead. This forces us to look at the data and ask, are those $50 bottles of pills actually fixing your digestion? Or are you ignoring a bacterial source that offers higher counts and more diversity for a fraction of the cost? To find the right intervention, we have to look at the specific metrics that separate a marketing claim from a functional, whole food solution. If you are researching probiotics, you are likely dealing with what Dr. Mark Hyman calls FLC syndrome, short for feel like crap. You wake up exhausted, fighting brain fog and bloating. The problem starts in the gut, but symptoms radiate everywhere. We swallow a daily probiotic capsule, but it drops into your highly acidic stomach and vanishes. The warning signals keep firing. These generic capsules contain naked, isolated strains. Without the protective plant fibers and co-nutrients they naturally travel with, they die before reaching your lower intestine, or pass right through because they lack the fuel to take root. A pill buys you peace of mind at the pharmacy counter, but because it fails to change the structural environment of your digestive tract, the underlying symptoms remain. To fix that environment, we have to stop looking at our meals as a simple math equation of protein, carbs, and fat. We need to treat food as biological code. Every bite of a whole fermented food carries thousands of distinct informational molecules that communicate directly with your cells. These molecules act like targeted software updates. They deliver instructions that tell your body to ramp up antioxidant defenses and dial down systemic inflammation. This is a fast reaction. This genetic and hormonal signaling happens within minutes of that food hitting your stomach. Compare that vast, complex network of instructions to a laboratory-isolated supplement. A pill tries to run one single line of code in an operating system that requires millions. By updating your entire biological operating system simultaneously, whole foods achieve a level of repair that single-strain supplements cannot match. Fermented foods succeed where pills fail because of the synergy matrix. These whole foods provide live bacteria alongside the exact chemical environment required for them to survive the trip to your gut. This equation breaks down the synergy. First, you get prebiotics. These are indigestible plant fibers built into the food that act as both a fuel source and a physical protective armor for the bacteria as they travel through your digestive tract. Second, you get polyphenols. These are plant-based antioxidants that actively feed the beneficial strains already living inside your gut lining. When a laboratory extracts the bacteria to press it into a dry capsule, it strips away the prebiotics and polyphenols. The biological synergy is broken, leaving the bacteria exposed and weak. Swallowing live bacteria is useless if they arrive dead. To get them to thrive, you must provide their structural environment, and only whole foods deliver the complete package. So, which foods actually deliver this synergy? Let's rank the top 6 fermented foods based on their live strain counts and structural benefits. Look at this tiered scorecard. Coming in at number 6 is yogurt. It provides a decent baseline, but the brands filling the grocery shelves are highly processed and packed with added sugar, which feeds bad bacteria and limits any therapeutic value. Taking the 5th and 4th spots are miso and tempeh. These fermented soy products are loaded with gut-friendly enzymes that break down proteins, making the amino acids highly bioavailable for tissue and muscle repair. At number 3 is raw, unpasteurized sauerkraut. The fermentation of cabbage produces a massive, resilient diversity of lactic acid bacteria that easily survives the harsh, acidic environment of your stomach. Number 2 is kimchi. Because it includes spices like garlic and ginger, it brings potent polyphenols into the equation, creating a dual powerhouse of prebiotics and probiotics in every bite. And the ultimate winner is kefir. Its live strain diversity is unmatched. More importantly, kefir contains specific beneficial yeasts that actively hunt and outcompete pathogens in your gut, a defense mechanism that standard yogurt lacks entirely. Climbing this hierarchy means letting go of sweet, convenient snacks and acquiring a taste for complex, sour flavor profiles. That is the exact trade-off required for actual biological healing. Making this swap pays off quickly. By committing to a 10-day gut reboot, replacing pills with withing foods, you start seeing a noticeable return on your biological investment in a matter of days. Look at this effort versus impact chart. Swapping a $50 supplement for a $5 jar of sauerkraut drops costs by 90%, reducing sluggish symptoms. For peak diversity, you reach the top by rotating 3 fermented sources daily: kefir, kimchi, and miso. This requires mental effort. You have to intentionally prep your meals and adjust your palate to sour flavors, which is harder than thoughtlessly swallowing a capsule with your morning coffee. But the highest biological returns demand active, intentional participation in your diet. You cannot outsource the work to a lab. You don't need a pristine, perfectly clean diet to start. You just need to begin introducing these complex, living foods immediately to effectively crowd out the harmful bacteria. The chronic fatigue, the mental fog, the constant bloating, these are not permanent baselines you have to live with. They are actionable signals from your body asking for a structural change. Evaluate your own symptoms right now. Drop a comment below and tell us exactly which symptom you are targeting first and which fermented food you are swapping in to fix it. Food is the most powerful, rapid-acting medicine you have. Stop outsourcing your gut health to a supplement factory and start healing it in your own kitchen.